maybe to one lane.
All right, last pick for Newbee.
I like this a lot because the Beastmaster, when you leave him alone, he's going to push his lane, right? So they're going to have to go rotate to that. If they do, you've then got to worry about Death Prophet, PL, Warlock, and Sand King pushing another lane.
Who are you going to try to focus? If you're Newbee, and we mentioned that Viper and Puck don't need any help. Where are Disruptor and Elder Titan going to go? Where are they going to try to shut someone down?
I think the 5th pick is key. This could be a greedy pick for them. Maybe.
Oh, Medusa.
Yeah. So there's your Medusa. So they're like, all right, you guys, we're going to leave you to it. We're going to make sure Medusa gets what she needs, and she's going to become a complete bitch to fight. Like, that's the plan. So
it's really going to come down to if Abed can. So actually, Abed on Phantom Lancer in the end. It's going to come down to if he can get a quick defusal.
But
and
it's
then
SCCC on the Medusa and Mugi on the Viper. So
SCC plays Medusa a lot. Yeah.
All right, guys. Tell me, Pigeon, you're up first. Who is going to take this first game?
I'm liking Newbies, but had a rough time last time with Medusa, so I'm going to go Fnatic.
All right, Ted.
I like Fnatic's lineup a lot. I think it's got a lot to it. I'm Fnatic. Yeah, Fnatic.
You know, during rehearsals, they both went for Newbee. I just want to point this out.
It was rehearsal. We just had to pick. And it's all about the draft, Cheebs.
It is all about the draft. I am curious to hear what Owen and Fog thought about this draft. Let's head over to them for game number 1.
Thank you very much, GVS. I'm Odie Pixel. I'm here with Fog, and we're getting ready to bring you a Fnatic versus Newbee. It's going to be quite an exciting matchup between these two teams. As I'm just super interested to see at the moment how these teams match up. You know, in this 1v1 against each other, in this best of 3. The drafts that we've got, there's certainly strengths for both sides. You know, Fnatic, they're getting that Arbed PL, which has looked pretty unstoppable as of late. But Newbee, they've seen the chance to come in and bring that Medusa forward, that they do love to play. The question is, can they get away with the Medusa pick this game, Fog?
I don't know. I'm actually curious at something. I'm going to look through some previous matches because I don't really think I see too much Viper and Dusa on the same team, right? That seems a bit unorthodox. I think this was kind of an adjustment scenario because they saw the PL after they have this Viper and they're like, oh, we don't want to have this lane matchup, so they have to dodge it. They have to put the Viper in the safe lane and put that Dusa mid.
And we all remember the last time we saw Arbed PL against the Viper. Poor old Bryle is probably still having nightmares about that matchup.
Yeah, and they don't really have incredibly good lockdown for that PL. Sure, the Stone Gaze can be nice versus the Illusions at some point, and Disruptor is probably the key to actually lock down that Phantom Lancer, but other than that, Abed can have a pretty good game to run away with this one. So I'm gonna have to see what the supports can make happen, in particular Kaka. He's been absolutely crucial for me, for a Newbee. His rotations on the Earthshaker in particular yesterday were spectacular. He got so farmed one of the games, he got like a 12-minute Blink Dagger. So I do want to see in particular what he can do. While on the other side, DJ. Yeah, he's been on fire.
Yeah, all about these two, these playmakers. Especially in the early lanes. We'll see how the lanes do sell. It is looking to be as you expected. Newbee making sure that they don't have that Viper PL matchup. Bottom lane, Pi actually going to beat down pretty low here. Let's come back forward and tank an extra right click, but he's got the Shadow Word here.
I'm wondering why they did the Warlock Beastmaster. I guess they just want to be able to have the Sanking up top more to protect the Death Prophet versus the Elder Titan in particular. I guess they're trying to just have Sanking versus ET, while the Warlock versus Disruptor. We will see how Fnatic can deal with the Elder Titan, seeing what Kaka can do with the Spirit Abuse, as we like to call, having this pretty much 100 damage at all times.
Yeah, do his best to hinder Envy's early farming, but Kaka does have to be a bit careful. DJ looking to close the gap with the Burst Stroke. Will find it. KP pops the AWP for, but Kaka, he's falling very low here. Will survive.
Stout Shield plus stick charges, so he's playing very, very aggressive. So I think what it is that Fnatic is trying to have actually a kill threat in the top lane with the Sand King Death Prophet. Because if you have Warlock Death Prophet, it's incredibly passive. And that's kind of what they want in that off lane, right? They don't really have to play super aggressive down here with the Beastmaster. It's not like this IO Beastmaster or Coddle Beastmaster. You can still try to kill the Disruptor if he's out of position, but you just want to sustain. And mid already, Abed having a very good time. 9-2. The 6-0 of SCCC.
Yeah, I mean, this is just sort of come to be expected when you see Abed, especially when he's on the Phantom Lancer. He's always going to have a good time in the lane.
We've seen a lot of the PL versus Dusa matchup, at least in the SEA region. This is actually like one of their favorites that they like to pick, the PL into the Dusa. So Newbee picking the Dusa into the PL is a little bit more surprising. But they do want something very greedy that can just win the game by itself.
Fine, we'll make sure the face out of the area so we can get the couple of bounty runes. It's safe. Pretty low at the moment. We'll still be able to make that small camp pull and try and keep control of this lane down bottom for Mugi's Viper.
Envy suffering up top a bit with this Puck Elder Titan duel lane. Even though they've got DJ up there, they need more levels to actually be able to contest this one.
Yeah, same to be said though for Mugi. Both for the safe laners at the moment suffering to the pressure at the dual lanes of their opponents.
I don't think we're going to see too many kills come out early on in this game. Unless people step very far out of position. Or if DJ or Kaka make the rotations to other side lanes.
Yeah, both mid laners could be quite hard to gank at the moment though.
Yeah.
Having the doppelganger and then vice versa having the shield on the Medusa.
But having an arcane rune, using that constantly on SCCC right now, having the everything reduced cooldowns.
Does continue to maintain the edge in this matchup, Abed. 21-3 against SCCC's 15. SCC does have this wave coming in under the tower, so should be able to do his best to keep it even.
Very passive start, though.
Denied.
Bottom. Universe.
It's kind of like this. They're both doing the same kind of thing in opposite ways, right? Every time the Thunderstrike gets thrown out, there's a Shadow Word to counteract it. Yeah. So it just trade of mana and trade of consumables for the time being. Abed has been constantly actually using the Doppel in the mid lane too to dodge out that Mystic Snake to make sure he doesn't get mana burn and B.
Well, they do have the Stomp here to allow KP to close the gap, at least for the burst for the Waning Rift. But
look at KP's build too. So they've gone for a full kill build, 0 points in phase shift. We've seen this time and time again lately, when you don't feel too threatened.
KP does salve himself back up. Coming up to 5 minutes and...
all but those last hits in this first 5 minutes.
And it's incredibly close.
Neither
side is really falling behind there, as you can see across the map.
Yeah, if anything, you just see KP doing a little bit better than Universe is in that bottom lane.
Sure.
But Universe has gone for like a bottle build, so he's going for more sustain, while KP's looking to threaten a bit more in kills with the item build.
It's just ever so close. We'll see which lane is able to offset the other.
Look at this. They know that the two supports are missing from both top and from bottom, so SCCC does back up a bit to the tower, playing a little more defensive here, and allowing Abed to further push his lead on that Phantom Lancer. So I think the Beastmaster pick for me from Fnatic, I believe they they do have the Exorcism and all that for Roche, but I think this is the big Roche objective taking secure. Sure, yeah, like I said, Exorcism's there, but they don't want to always have to have that to be able to push the towers. Having this Inner Beast will be very useful. Mugi?
Yeah, they're going to look for it with one more axe throw, but Mugi does have the 1 charges. And with the Tango, will be able to keep himself alive top lane. Bit of an attempt being made onto Envy. They're going to turn. They've got the Burrow Strike. Crit Swarm comes through. Kaka turns with the punches, though. Envy's got to be careful. Envy will fall. In fact, Newbee, they also got the kill down bottom, where Mugi will be the one to find first, but does end up losing his life, as Universe will be able to clean him up. But overall, a 2-for-1. Newbee coming out on top, getting that first blood for Mugi as well on the bottom lane.
Pi got a little bit too over-aggressive there, stepping in. They saw Mugi was low, and the regen rune was activated from Universe, so they were trying to threaten, but Pi stepping a little bit too far up. At the same time, on top, Envy just underestimating the damage coming out from that Elder Titan.
Yeah, absolutely. Kaka just chunking into them there with the right clicks.
KP, use the orb, 4 seconds until that one's going to be up. They're looking to get aggressive. He's coming out.
He's going to try for it. Ooh. And he makes it.
Stayed on intreads during that TP, before the TP2.
Mid lane, Kaka trying to make an attempt onto Warbet, but won't actually catch him with the stop. So now Kaka's got to be careful. In fact, Kaka, he may just be dead. The Spirit Lance is out him. Illusions chase him down. Abed really wants to die for that kill, but as it seems, Kaka just a little too speedy. Will be able to keep his distance. Getting a little on edge there.
The last hits on Abed are pretty damn high up there too. Going for the sampler build, I like to call it, 2-2-2 skill build. wanting a couple more points in Doppelganger to be able to match the cooldown of the Mystic Snake. DD rune though now.
Yeah, and they've got the control. DJ finds the burst strike. SCCC's got no backup or help coming in. Fnatic claim the Medusa's life. This little step starting to help propel Abed that bit further forward than SCCC is at this state.
Yeah. Now they can shrine up. I believe Universe is very close to level 6 now too, so they could make a rotation towards bottom with that roar, or Universe can make a rotation towards the mid lane and punish the Medusa. Does look like it's going to be the choice on bottom. Still short of some mana though. And they will scout out the rotation too with that bottom ward in the river, so Kaka.
He's going to come over and react to this.
Kaka's gone for the 2-2 build on the other Titan, so that tells you that he wants to be able to like actually be that in-your-face hero rather than like depending on his teammates to do all the damage too. He knows that he needs to throw in those extra punches from the bonus spirit damage.
And Kaka continuing to stack up the Ancients as well, so SCCC will have that large stack ready for the taking.
That's pretty crucial for like Elder Titans, right? Using the stack so that your spirit is much stronger, and of course because they have that Medusa. Courier gets spotted. It actually also spots the rotations from Fnatic. But this is putting a lot of pressure onto SCCC. Abed's getting very far ahead now in net worth. And Envy's been left alone a bit up top too.
And he's on the verge of taking a tier 1 tower.
Yeah.
8.5 minutes in. TPs will now come forward. They want to try and do something about Abed, but in fact Abed's got backup, but Kaka, he's the one in trouble. The Axes come flying forward. They chase down Kaka. Kake's still alive for now though. He'll survive. Now the turnaround from his team comes through. Newbee drop down the Dream Coil. Roar will be there for Universe to try and hold back KP's puck. They've already managed to find the Warlock. Mugi does look towards DJ. Do they have detection? They do not. They've got some AoE. DJ will come out of the Sandstorm, look to try and burrow strike himself out of there, but the stomp comes through from Kaka. They have the control, and Newbee will clean up 2 kills from Fnatic. As Fnatic just getting a little too aggressive there by that tier 1 tower. You can see Abed really wanted to kick things off as he did have backup, but Newbee instantly reacting with their full 5-man.
Every little thing coming into play there for Kaka. Having that stout shield, the extra damage block, and just a few stick charges allows him to survive from that aggression. And Mugi's rotation, of course. So now, they're looking to get Envy involved, but they actually see the TP. Newbee pings it right away, so they know this rotation is going to happen toward the bottom lane. You see Mugi already getting out of there, going toward top, since they know that Envy left that lane.
Yeah, so just looking for the safe play, looking for the trade. Newbee, they don't want to try and force any sort of awkward fight into the potential exorcism of the Death Prophet. Envy will find Kaka. And start to close in with the Siphon. Doesn't have anyone else around with him though, MV, so...
Yeah, he's got Tranquil Boots already
yeah.
on Kaka, so doesn't break that when the movement speed and the heal is there. Just full health. And I believe Envy actually gave away that they have a ward on the high ground there too, because Kaka was walking in and he threw the Spirit Siphon before he got put on the low ground.
Top Universe and Pi will come in reaction to the push from Mugi. Envy actually still sort of just teasing around with Kaka. He's quite deep with this. I mean, you are going to see some of the rest of Newbee come across in response as Faith just starts to have a bit of a look towards this Death Prophet. And as it were, Envy just pulling the creep wave around, making sure that his own creeps can start to pressure the tier 1.
Forcing a lot of movements though out of Newbee. It's a bit awkward. You know, Mugi went top with KP, but they can't really threaten the tower up here versus this Beastmaster. The axes are enough to push them away. And you see all 3 cores from Fnatic have now taken the net worth lead.
I mean, Newbee, they don't really have means of taking towers.
No, they do not.
Who's going to punch the towers? No one has got sort of that anything innate that's going to help them with taking objectives.
They're a bit of those static heroes too. You look at Dusa, you look at Viper. These 2 heroes, they don't really like to move around the map too much. It's very awkward for them because of how slow-paced they are. And Fnatic really taking advantage of that now. Bottom.
Abed dukes out the stomp from Kaka. Will continue to try and chase. Does get glimpsed back. Faith will create the space to save Kaka.
Yeah, look at this. They're just on defense tower duty top with Universe and with Pi. They're just constantly throwing axes, not letting Mugi's movement really do much. KP now has gone mid to try to finish up that blink. KP will definitely have a early blink dagger on the puck though, which could be really nice for them to actually get those catches because they are not traditionally going to be those fast-paced heroes. Fnatic claim another tower. That's 2.
I'm going to go for the smoke play pre-blink pickup on the puck. We'll see if they can do anything with just the Dream Coil in tow. Universe and Pi are alone here, just these two. But they do still have the tier 1, so reactions can come in. They'll put the Dream Coil down onto one, but Universe, he just goes straight for the TP out. Will be cancelled by
Moogie.
The Troll Summer. They have the Dominator paying off there from Moogie. Universe turns with the Roar, will not get out of it.
He just got that net creep too from the creep camp right below.
Very nice heads up play from Moogie. Does secure them
but
the core kill, but I mean,
they need to turn it into a tower, but Fnatic's instantly responding. They're bringing Envy up.
They still have the Ghost as well from Envy. If the push does come through from Newbee, Fnatic definitely have a chance of holding this. They've got the full drums as well if Envy can get it out to him. It's waiting at the moment in base.
Maybe when Universe respawns, he can TP up top with that in his inventory, but he's
he won't cool down.
You're right, yeah, sorry.
Cool down. So we'll have to be the long walk if they do want to head up here, but...
They're just trying to stall it.
Yeah, and there's no real worry if you're Fnatic up top, because you know that Newbee, it's not like they're going to take this tower in a blink of an eye. It takes a long time for this team to take a tower.
And during all this, Abed's free farming in mid, and DJ too. Look at DJ bottom. Almost has Blink Dagger finished.
But just interesting to see how Newbee sort of play this draft out, because it just feels a little unclear what the objective is with this lineup. Was the plan always to sort of take this late, wait for the high ground defense with a Medusa? I mean, if so, it's just a little strange that they have then a Viper in their matchup.
Yes. They have wards positioned very defensively, so they're seeing the rotations from Fnatic. DJ.
Soundstorm, there's a lot of heroes on him. And looks like Fnatic would just sack him, let DJ go. Newbee will find one.
All these three defensive wards by Newbee.
You can see KP getting very vocal there. He was excited about spotting out Universe. He wants to go for this with Kaka. They'll move in Universe. It's pretty beefy. We'll turn with the Roar. Glimpse, just a mini one, holding him down. They really won this, but Universe, he's going to get out.
That's a bit awkward.
It is. I mean, yes, we saw that in the cat. KP was super hyped there for finding Universe. Felt that they could maybe find that pickoff, but the rest of the team, they just don't have the sort of follow-up control after that Dream Coil to make sure that they can kill a Beastmaster. And if this lineup isn't killing people, what is this lineup doing?
Yeah, because they don't take objectives. I think, like you said, though, I think they saw this Phantom Lancer pick and they were just like, uh-oh.
They were terrified.
They need to just have this type of hero that can just take it to the very late game, and that's why they picked the Dusa. So now, look at this. They're positioned all around SCCC. Their wards as well, indicating that they just need this Dusa to be absolutely massive and control their own jungle. While Fnatic, they're fine with all this. They can always use this to take objectives, and this is pretty much Abed with the Diffusal Blade already versus this Dusa, which is a huge problem. And all their ultis are going to be back up soon. Warlock has ulti, Roar is up in about 20. Fnatic in a very good position here.
I think if you're Newbee, it really is just time to just trust in SCCC, which they have done in the past, and SCCC can certainly go full beast mode if the game does go on. And
they really need him to.
Yeah. All in on the Dusa. Carry this one here for Newbee.
Rush time. Medallion's finished on Universe. They've got Exorcism. More than enough damage to be able to take that there, and I don't know if Newbee actually is aware that this is going on right now. They've got the blink on the puck, they've got all their ultis available too, so they actually can get in the pit in time. They could take a fight, however,
it's going.
They won't make it.
It's falling too quick. Newbee just not in the neighborhood as Fnatic claim themselves the Aegis into Abed.
Now it's time to get on the aggressive for Fnatic, make sure that this Dusa can't just constantly farm Ancients, so get some deeper wards to watch the movements would be ideal for them.
I mean, it looks like Newbee may try for a play here. They are grouped up, they're eyeing up Abed, they're going to go for the Dream Coil, looking to try and set up for the storm. They've got the Static Storm, he'll run himself out, the Aegis, he is going to pop it. No, maybe not, he's still alive for now. Abed, he's going to survive, and with the Earthsplitter coming through, they're trying to turn, but it's just not enough to bring down the members of Fnatic. Fnatic, they stay alive. He doesn't even lose the Aegis.
And now he's salving up. KP trying to clean him up though.
Oh, he's still alive. He Phantom rushes forward and then to the side. Dukes it out, Abed. He's just not even going to die the once.
No, he does.
No, he's still alive.
Oh my god.
This PLL, he's not dying. He's got Shadow Word, Abed.
Oh god.
He's keeping it cool, keeping it chill.
They're taking advantage of this Dusa just not being ready to fight at all yet. And I mean, the Phantom Rush is there over and over again, saving him. Charging him out of the Static Storm initially. Damn.
Very nice. Uses of the passes there from Abed.
They're getting themselves another tower here.
I mean, Abed, he's going to kill. Kaka, he's gone. Abed does kick Glimpse back.
But he's fine. He's just going to run away.
He might even turn. He's thinking about it.
Envy's coming in. Exorcism's at the ready too.
You know this guy wants to fight. Abed wants blood. And with Moogie there, it's going to get a little harder. So he is keeping his distance, but as you say, Envy, with the Ghost available, they will fight here, Fnatic, if they see an opportunity to do so. Abed running around, he looks towards Faith. He's found himself a disruption on the side of it all. Kinetic will be dropped down, but it's not going to save him. And on the side, indeed, Envy. Chasing down Moogie. The stun will be there from the Centaur, but TJ, he's got the stun as well. Jumps in with the Burrow Strike. They found Moogie.
Oh, and I'm feeling very concerned. It's really all up to SCCC now for this team.
All up to SCCC. It absolutely is. Can even he rectify this game?
Abed's just dancing around the lack of disables. It's really just the Static Storm that can actually hold him in place, because Elder Titan's not reliable versus this Phantom Lancer elusive hero. And bottom, another tower. They've claimed themselves 5 already, as well as the Roshan.
I really feel that if you are a professional team playing against Fnatic, you can't let Abed play his PL unless you have a really good answer for him in the lane. This guy on the PL, it's ridiculous. I swear he just wins every game on the Phantom Lancer.
It's definitely looking quite tough for them right now. Their map control is completely reduced, so with the deuce up, you want to be able to have your Ancients available to yourself, but now they're just completely not.
Newbee, of course, still certainly in this game. They do have the lane, and they do have SCCC at the top. But pretty much every other hero around SCCC is just struggling.
Yeah.
Moogie can't get much done on the Viper. We've seen KP, sure, he's jumping in, he's finding initiation, but there's no sort of follow-up.
And he got an early Blink Dagger on the Puck too, but now only level 9 on Puck. DJ's about to be the same level with a Blink Dagger already. DJ's ahead of net worth of that Puck because of all the objectives that they've taken. All this gold.
Just taking control of the map now, Fnatic.
Look at how Newbee has to play. They actually have all their heroes kind of positioned in the same area, while Fnatic's just splitting up the map because they know we have to protect SCCC. He needs to get absolutely massive on this Dusa. Fnatic, they can constantly just keep shoving in these lanes with Beastmaster at the ready to the push. The smoke comes out. They're looking to try to take a fight. And meanwhile, Abed's threatening some tier 3s while Universe takes top.
It's just dancing around the base, Abed. Not a warrior in the world, this kid Abed. He is feeling as confident as ever this game.
Faith tried to find a glimpse on the real PL, but just catches one of the illusions.
And bottom lane, they tried to make a go on DJ with the Dream Coil, but there wasn't the follow-up. And now SCCC, he's the one in trouble. He's going to try and get himself out of there, but they found him with the Chaotic offering AoE stun. They'll cancel the TP, beat down the Medusa. Newbee it feels like they just can't catch a break in this game. Fnatic, as we've said, this team has just looked more and more polished over the last few lands and the games here, and we're seeing it in this game 1 versus Newbee. Fnatic, they just seem to be a step ahead, but you sort of can't help but point towards the draft from Newbee and say, what was the plan with the Viper and Medusa duo core? It feels awkward.
I mean, I think it just feels like this PL came out and they were just in panic mode, because this is a beautiful PL game.
Coin.
Will they be able to kill this map? 3-0-4 on the PL. 20 minutes in. It's not been a game with the most of kills, only 6 to 9. But if anything, that is certainly more of an issue for Newbee's lineup with this core Viper. They've only been able to take 1 tier 1 tower themselves.
The Aegis is gone now. Abed actually in some trouble here.
Would be a massive kill if they can get it. Still got some time left on the sleep. He's going to get the chance to go over the top. No, he's not. The Static Storm's down. Massive pick-off.
They commit everything on him. They know that.
But it's absolutely worth it. They have to get Abed off the map.
Yeah.
This is how they get back in. They have to punish the PL.
Abed playing a little too cocky there with the Aegis being ticking down.
And of course, just as I say, are they going to be able to kill this man? They do kill him. Newbee.
Of course, that's the way it works. But all Fnatic, in the meanwhile, they're farming. They're not too unhappy with all this. We even see Pi has gotten a Midas on the Warlock. So they're in a very comfortable position. But Moogie, we've been talking a lot about Fnatic, how well they're doing and all that. Moogie's still kind of keeping up as this Viper.
Yeah, that kill certainly helped give him a little bit of a burst.
Yeah.
But as you say, sure, overall. I mean, that's the thing. It's not like, Newbee, they haven't been feeding.
No. They're getting split around the map because they don't have great ways to catch. It's really just Disruptor to catch heroes. Like, Puck sure is decent, but they have so many elusive ways to get out of it on the side of Fnatic. And Shadowblade finished on Universe.
Yeah, he's already on the sweep around, looking for a raw target. Newbee are smoked up towards the river. There's going to be Kaka caught out by the raw. Won't be able to get the stomp out in time, and Kaka will fall. We'll see what the rest of Newbee do now. KP backing away.
They're on full retreat.
Let's look towards Universe, but quick with the blink out. Envy and DJ, they've got the drums. Pock trying to close the gap. He actually TP back. He wants to go for maybe the catch attempt up top, and instantly Mugi will TP away from that push.
They had the high ground vision. It's going to get dewarded instantly. So they saw that Envy was TPing out, and you saw instantly. Actually, we also heard Newbee quite vocally saying get out. So high, very isolated here.
I mean, they're not for 100%. That ward's there now. As you said, they already did, but Pi sort of just wanted to test the waters even further as he decided to stand underneath the vision. And Zabed, as we saw, if they throw everything down on him, they can kill him. He wants to get that Manta style finished ASAP.
Yeah, that's triple C though. Look at that farm.
Yeah.
Top net worth.
Trust in SCCC.
Yeah, 215 last hits too, and because of these kills they're getting themselves a little bit more map control, so this Deuce is able to actually farm up some Ancients.
He can absolutely carry this game.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy, but SCCC, he likes a challenge. You know,
we've seen this.
This is a disciplined man.
We've seen his Deuce. We've seen those Rapier comebacks and whatnot, so he understands what he needs to do this game too. You see he's queued up the Maelstrom nice and early on, right after that Hurricane Pike.
Yeah, brilliant against the peer.
Yeah, understands that's his biggest threat.
Obviously, Fnatic, they do have decent ways to sort of get on top of the Deucer. The Sand King, the Shadow Blade, Beastmaster.
Yeah.
CCC will have to be aware of that. Of course, going for the build as such with the Maelstrom, you don't have that Lincolns, you don't sort of have any sort of protective measures other than the Hurricane Pike, so
yeah, the protective measures,
a lot of trust on your teammates.
Exactly. The protective measures are having people sit behind him pretty much the entirety of the game, so that he's not isolated and getting picked off. Fnatic, they have to play a little bit more patient here, waiting for that Roche before they try to breach high ground. And there's an Arcane Rune right on top of where Envy was standing. He was waiting for this.
Nice. So the second one is at this game. Always nice to have the old DP. Try and get some objectives complete with the exorcisms.
And look at the deep vision during all this placed by Fnatic. Sure, they have like the two bottom wards that were placed a little bit ago, but this one placed near the Dusa is the most important because that's the Roche Protect ward. You see Mugi preparing for that Roche as well, sticking the Wild Wing Ripper inside of the pit with that Dominator. They understand how important that is for the next upcoming few moments.
He wants to be going for that Maelstrom as well by the looks of it. Just so he also has some sort of manner of dealing with the Arbed PL.
Yeah, dealing with the PL and also pushing lanes out. Because they do suffer a little bit in that with their heroes. It's like Puck can, but you're at a little bit of risk every time you use your orb. So Viper needs to have a way to be able to push those side lanes. BKB. Finished for Envy. This could be go time for them. They could look to try to get a pick off into that Roche.
Oh, the fan phase
soon.
Universe will just go for the free pick off on his own.
Along for Roche, 36 seconds. Envy will spot out that Ripper. He'll be able to kill that one nice and slowly.
Let's see what they can get done here, as you say. The Roche spawning at the same time that you will have Faith back in the game on his Disruptor, so Newbee will have the full lineup if they want to head out and contest around the pit.
But Envy has the BKB. That's the big thing here, that he's able to protect himself versus that Disruptor, Puck, and Elder Titan. Universe bottom, trying to force this bottom wave in before they set up for that Roche. Newbee reacting a bit here. Roche has respawned.
And BKB really is just so excellent in this game because there's plenty of silence and such, but there's not any stuns. So he's always going to get the BKB off. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, and a majority of their damage is going to be magical. It's pretty much just the Deuce, and I mean, some of the Viper's damage will be physical.
Sure. Sort of, at least up until the Butterfly comes online. With the Maelstrom build, you're saving yourself from a lot of the DPS.
Yeah. And pushing in these side lanes constantly, forcing Newbee to react. That gives them opportunity to maybe go into that Roche bet. Abed does see it now. But there is this ward that is placed by Newbee, watching all of the movement from Fnatic at the time being.
Fnatic would be most comfortable if they can at least take away one of the members of Newbee before they go into the pit.
Yeah.
As Newbee, as we've seen between the Disruptor and the Elder Titan, Kaka and Faith, they do have good wombo combo. KP, of course, as well, a great way to set it up.
Yeah, Universe is constantly stalking with that Shadowblade, trying to get his team some information. Has the book, almost the book 3 finished up as well at the base. KP just trying to force these lanes out as best as possible. DJ is kind of in position for this here, though. Are they going to be able to find KP here? They scan right on top of him. Uh-oh.
Oh, they're going to come a-hunting. Uni. He's got eyes on him. The KP instantly will be able to play his way out. Goes for the silence. He's got the orb. And should be able to blink himself to safety. Just as DJ came in with a burrow strike. KP will get out of there alive.
They knew, though. This is buying a lot of time for SCCC.
I mean, he's honestly...
Get closer to Butterfly, get closer to that level 20. Level 19 already on Dusa.
He's been that solid Brock that Newbee are relying on. Eagle Song, nearly there. Can SCC do this? So far, so good. He's certainly hitting the creeps to do so. Coming up to 300 CS, the 28-minute mark. Still good. All good for the Dusa. Still overall, of course, Fnatic with that 10k gold lead. Their 3 cores as a whole just in a much better general position than that of Newbee. KP is starting to fall behind. As we saw him get good timing on the Blink Dagger, but it's been very hard for him to make plays with it. Yeah. Not really sort of a fault on his own, but just the way that the team operates around him with the heroes that they have. It's hard for them to get that much done.
Yeah, like we're mentioning, Fnatic has much easier ways to just constantly shove in the lanes, while Newbee, they kind of have to play as a unit. What we're saying, they have to protect this Dusa so heavily that they can't actually push the side lanes in the same manner that Fnatic can. And Universe on the prowl, trying to get a catch here. The book 3 is being delivered. I believe Envy has also hit level 18, so they've got that level 3 exorcism. They do have the tools available to just take this Roche down incredibly fast.
Jump forward, they are going to look for the opening onto the Sand King. They'll have the Dream Core pop down. Faith as well goes to the Static Storm. They'll take the pick off. Now the return play though. Chaotic Offering comes down onto SCCC. Arbet trying to close the gap. Has to step to the side because of the splitter. They're focusing SCCC, but he will be able to slide himself back to safety. So Newbee.
It's Roche time. As soon as the puck is dead, as soon as they saw Splitter and the Static Storm used, they can just go straight for that one, and there's like no way that Newbee can respond to this.
They still have Stone Gaze instead. Could they not get SCCC in position around the pit?
I think it's a bit difficult. I think that's a bit scary for them. Hit that only one ulti versus this type of lineup with level 3 exorcism.
Yeah, you're right. It's just falling too quick. Falling way too quick. So that'll be the cheese, the Aegis, into the hands of Fnatic as they'll take those 1-1 trades when they're ahead. They do not mind at all, especially as it's a support for an offlaner.
Yeah, and three big ultis commit.
Yep. Arbed stepping closer and closer towards that heart. I like the way Arbed plays. He seems to be one of those players that's constantly throwing out regen to him. I mean, I think it feels like he's been popping salves for the whole game. Always making sure that he's healed up.
I was wondering whose salve that was. I think it was his, because I saw them.
He's done it a couple of times in the last 5 minutes at least. It seems to be a big focus of Arbed, just keep himself fully healed up mid-lane towards the top. MV, let's get caught out by the sleep. They can't pop him the once. He does have the cheese, he'll pop it. We go back up to full health now. They turn towards SCCC, does get forced back, and they do get the Static Storm down, but Envy puts the BKB. He's actually going to get procs here by the Stone Gaze. They're holding Envy in place. Envy's trying to right-click forward here, but Newbee, they'll lose one. Envy's still alive for now as he uses himself up. Will get out of there. So Newbee lose the Disruptor, but they do claim DJ in return. 1-for-1 trade there.
That was real scary there. They were using like all these small damage components to try to kill Envy to not wake him up with the Elder Titan sleep, but not able to do enough damage before he's able to get the cheese off.
And I mean, we are seeing, these fights where SCCC he's becoming more and more of an issue.
Yeah.
He's able to punch back hard. Fnatic, they're not really able to get on top of the Medusa as his team are able to sort of slip and slide him back to safety.
And this is pre-Butterfly.
This is. Well, how's he doing on the road? It's going to be close now.
Yeah, very, very close.
5k towards that. I mean, with that sort of money saved up, is there a chance that he's sort of saying, maybe we're going to do Rapier this game? Or do you think we will see him settle for the Butterfly?
I think the Butterfly is just a really good pickup this game versus the PL. And it gives you that armor versus the Death Prophet too.
Oh, and okay, so we already actually had the quarterstaff out in the courier, so he's actually got it.
Well, he had the Mask of Madness.
Oh, sorry. That was what it was. But there we have it.
Oh, Universe,
Butterfly.
stalking KP, they get the initial stun. They don't even need the roar.
You see that as well? Arbed, he keeps doing this. You see that then? He even ships himself out mangoes and just pops mangoes. He just doesn't want to go back to base. He keeps himself constantly out of the map. I'm interested to see how many sort of sales, mangoes and such he's been picking up this game. But super efficient from Abed.
Yeah.
Sees the value in this regen at even the later stages of the game to keep himself just out, fully healed, and very hard to take down. He could just continue to spam out the waves. Just interesting to see the hero play this way.
Oh, and stop stealing my job. I'm supposed to point that stuff out.
That's right. He's a smart boy, Abed.
Yeah, level 20, heart finished, and next choice will be that BKB to protect him from the Disruptor ulti in particular.
Fnatic still able to maintain this 13k gold lead. These pushes are going to get hard though. This Medusa is going to be quite the problem.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll try to do some four-step aggressive play with DJ here.
Oh, they're trying to get in, but in return, Static Storm's going to get dropped down onto R, but he does have the Aegis. I mean, that was if there was any worry of him even going down the once, and there isn't.
And top is Envy's in a fight too, versus both Mugi and Kaka. Kaka gets roared, Mugi trying to TP out. Envy, can he find the use? He does.
He's got him. Envy picks up the Viper. That's Mugi down for a minute. Arbet can continue to push it on the mid lane. Jump forward from KP, goes for the sides, but look at Arbet. He's just diving in underneath the tier 4 towers. He's looking towards Faith. There'll be a buyback coming through from Kaka. The kinetic field holding Arbet down in place, but he's got the doppelganger, jumps himself back towards the tier 3 tower. A look for the stomp, won't catch Arbet. Arbet just continue to spam the Spirit Lancers in, jump forward again. They're trying to burst down the PL. Can they kill off Arbet? Even the watch, it doesn't look like they can because the Shadow Word's upon him. He has the doppelganger. Arbet keeps himself safe. They are keeping the tier 3 alive though. The buyback from Kaka, they've got a good job of holding. Arbet will start to go in once again. Does get Hurricane Pike backwards by SCCC. Back onto this tier 3 tower. Chaotic Offering does get dropped onto the two of them. DJ comes in with a Burrow Strike onto Faith. Tier 3 tower will finally fall. Fnatic at the tower. Can they get more? DJ taking a lot of damage here from SCCC. Still alive for now, but the Thunderstrike will finish him. Arbed also low. Phantom rushes himself down towards the creeps and continues to back up. Shadow Word's there again from the Warlock. He'll be fine. So
they got a lot out of that though.
They did. They got a buyback out of Kaka. They got the tier 3 tower, and they managed to get a couple of kills as well.
Yeah, shrines are available now for them to get a little bit more gold bonus.
There's more money on SDCC. He's close to having a full out Mjolnir.
It really, like we said, it's all about him.
It's like all about Medusa.
Mugi was doing a decent job of keeping up. He's been kind of sitting at that 10 to 12k mark in the gold for quite a while now, though. His farm has completely stagnated.
Trust in SCCC.
That's 60% experience gain talent for the Warlock.
How's he doing on levels?
Oh, he just got level 15, so so if Pi can survive a fight to get a couple kills, we're going to see him skyrocket.
Yeah, level 20's the nice one, isn't it?
Yeah, look how farmed they are, though, on the supports. That's the thing that Fnatic's been doing beautifully this game. Because they got that big tower advantage early in all those objectives, everybody actually has a significant amount of farm. If anything, DJ, much less than usual that you see him in that farm, almost being caught up by Pi. Because he's been kind of that sacrifice. He's been constantly getting killed by the static storms.
Dire are scanning.
17k lead there. The numbers starting to really amp up, and this is at a point of the game before any racks have been claimed. So still a very significant lead for Fnatic to be able to hold on to.
Abed switched items. Not going to be going for that BKB anymore. Has queued up the Nullifier.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Universe. He's found KP with Abed. Puck just evaporates.
Universe is actually putting in so much work with this Shadow Blade. Has been constantly been able to stalk the backline, stalk inside of the jungle too, and they found KP several times. 1, 4, and 8 on KP. While you look at Universe, 7, 1, and 5.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Constantly looking for these pickoffs. Makes it a bit easier when you have tons of map control, but he has been doing a great job.
CCC probably does want to try and get that Hyperstone. But it's going to be hard. You can see Fnatic, they're sort of taking their secret shop up for their own. And getting the courier out will be tricky. I imagine SCCC at this point, though, is considering just holding money for buyback as well before investing into the full out Mjolnir.
He's pretty close to having both now. I think he should get out and buy it. Already letting him get out there.
And is they're letting him have the tomes as well, by the looks of it, getting him towards that 25, I think.
Yeah.
They want to get him that 25 as soon as they can on the do, so they know that this is the hero that's going to make or break this game now for Newbee.
Yeah, they need the modifiers with that Maelstrom build versus the PL. The split shot uses modifiers, that is.
It's very close to that 25.
Taka stepping up a bit far.
There's the courier's out on the mission. We'll see if the courier will manage to have a safe journey as they do start to send it over towards that shop. No one up there at the moment, so they should have a good chance of getting it in bottom lane. Bit of an attempt being made. A chaotic offering will be dropped down. Mugi has to back himself. DJ comes in with the Epi burrow, catches 3. 2 die immediately on Newbee. SDCC does get the stone gaze off. There'll be a buyback from Mugi because Envy's moving in with the BKB in the Spirit Siphon. SDCC falling incredibly low. He will die. They've lost the Medusa. Vibe Strike gets knocked down onto Envy. Buyback immediately comes through for SDCC. Can they turn this around? Nullifier out to Mugi. They'll force him back to base. They can't afford to let this Viper die again. They'll let Mugi live, Fnatic. But they've taken the tier 3 tower.
Abed took the mid tower too during that while they were taking the fight, but Envy with a very quick movement toward that bottom lane, catching Mugi.
And they get the melee Rex as well. The storm comes through onto Envy, does get forced back though.
DJ's been so... I think that's like the first Epi we've seen all game, right? So patient, holding it every single time, finding the perfect opportunity. But that one was definitely Pai's initiation at the start of that though. Catching 4 heroes with the chaotic offering for his team to catch up and get the rest of the spells connecting.
That is a Rex gone for Newbee. Buybacks being expended by both of their big cores.
27,000 gold lead as well as a 20,000 experience lead.
Some very polished play from Fnatic. This is, as I say, if you look back a few months, a very different Fnatic as it feels. As in within this roster, of course. You know, but this roster is just... It just feels like they've sorted out and addressed a lot of the problems that were apparent before as we're getting these games. Of course, this game, we have seen Fnatic also throw games where they are at this much of an advantage. And with a Medusa on the opposing side, this is definitely one where that could happen. But so far, so good for Fnatic.
Yeah, they've been playing it very careful. Newbee all positioned behind the Dusa here.
They've just got to be careful, Fnatic, that inconsistency doesn't strike them here in game 1. As it has done sometimes in the past when they've had a lead as big as this.
They're really just playing defensively for the time being on Fnatic until Exorcism's available again. 15 seconds until they have it. And Roche will be respawning right now. And they see it with the board in the pit. KP, they saw KP pushing up with that ward. They have Universe.
He's in
looking to get the catch.
Oh! He's found him!
That's a gem too. Universe just making KP's life miserable.
And SCC, actually with the builder, I guess we're seeing the Nullify and Search and the fact that an Orchid is going to be potentially coming out, he does want to get that Linken's. I mean, already with the Beastmaster in the game, it was always a question of whether he would, but had to sort of, to keep the game going, go for the offensive items first. V will start to push, actually popping the BKB here as he just wants to man the front lines and create the space for mid lane to be pushed in by Abed. Does have the illusions coming onto SCCC, quickly dispatches them though with the lightning.
Envy had the refresher also, so he's a little bit more open to be able to use those.
And he forced out the buyback of KP.
Yeah.
So that's a third core of Newbee's lineup with their buybacks on cooldown.
They can still make their way into the pit too. The Exorcism's ending, but they have a lot of damage going to that once they have Universe close.
And to the pit they go. Let's see if Newbee can do anything about this. They are coming out of their base, but they're heading in the wrong direction at the moment. Nowhere near the Roshan pit, Newbee. So even without having to spend the Ghost, Fnatic should be able to take this Roshan down.
And this is that refresher shard.
Yes, it is. Newbee as his team just wanted to get out and make sure that their jungle was safe. But their jungle was in no danger at all at that moment in time as Fnatic will claim Roshan. Aegis onto Abed, Cheese, and refresher shard onto Envy, of course. So 2 more goes with the Exorcism already ready now for Envy. And a 32,000 net worth lead. SCCC, can he do it? He's still, I mean, it's always impressive to see in a game where a team is 32k net worth ahead. You're on the losing side, but you're actually the highest net worth in the game, SCCC at the moment.
And also, I mean, this is Fnatic we're talking about right here. We've seen the 30,000 gold swings.
Aye.
They are definitely feeling very, very comfortable in this game though with their cores.
And look, he's doing it, the beautiful man.
For the rapier, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he has to.
I do think so.
He does have to, but he doesn't quite have it. He's only got the relic. He's very close to having the money for the... Oh, I see. Is he going to get it out? He's got to get out to that secret shop somehow. SDCC if he wants to commit for the rapier purchase.
You can tell the Aquila. He has enough for it now.
But he's got to get the courier out there, and it's going to be hard. There is an ops ward out on the high ground. If he goes in, that will mean no buyback. I'm sure his buyback's still on cooldown at the moment, but I mean, a few more minutes and the buyback will be available.
They have to be very careful to not get caught outside the base.
He's got to get that courier over there, but there is a creep wave. And there is also, well, at the moment, Pi is by that secret shop. But the wave sort of held there. It's a little awkward. So it's going to be quite hard for them to get the courier over without being seen by Fnatic, but they really need it. They've almost got to have that rapier for the next push attempt that Fnatic's going to come with if they want to have a chance of holding on to this game. Yeah,
Fnatic's about to have everything at the ready too. They've got 20 seconds until that refresher orb is back for Envy. Almost level 25 as well, so he can get that haste if he chooses to go for that.
I mean, they're taking a long time to get that courier over. I'm just, you know, this is where you're sitting on the edge of your seat. There we go. It's starting to move. They've got to get it over now. It's making the journey.
Pi gonna be able to get it.
They've got to keep moving it though. Oh, you just see it.
It's one hit.
He's got that rapier on.
Which path will they take?
They've already used the protection as well. He's taking the very long route all the way sweeping up, and he should be fine. I mean, Pi's sort of standing. If they can't move the courier straight back down, they've got to keep it to the edge of the map. And if they do that, they should be able to get it back safely.
I think they've got it.
Yeah.
They should be able to get it there.
It's out of there. It's through.
All right. Like we said, we've seen the rapier comeback from SCCC in particular on this Dusa.
There we have it, boys and girls.
He's pretty squishy though, to be honest. Sure, the butterfly evasion's nice, but he only got 1,400 HP. 1,700 mana, but...
I mean, yeah, a good blink epic chaotic offering could blow up the Medusa.
Yeah, all these levels coming out too for Fnatic, getting this now +4 epicenter pulses, and I think Pi also at level 20, 300 Shadow Word AoE. That one's not so significant, but Envy walks up on the high ground. They now, of course, have spotted that rapier for sure.
He knows he's essentially got triple BKB, triple exorcism. He's taking a lot of damage though. There's the first one pop. They'll jump back in. They manage to find a roll. They're looking for SDCC. He's been controlled, but gets forced back. The Static's still down. He's been nullified though. Can they keep SDCC alive, Newbee? He's still alive for now. Backing away. Arbet jumps forward with the doppelganger, trying to focus the Medusa, but SDCC turns. He'll be able to take the edge out of the hands of Arbet. Buyback immediately comes into play from Faith. Mugi's falling low. They found the chaotic offering. Arbet jumps back with the doppelganger, sends the illusions in, does pick off the Viper. Mugi down for 100. Fortification will come out, but Fnatic, they're still storming forward with the exorcism. They'll take the second set here in the middle lane as the melee racks will fall. Glimpse back onto Envy, looking for him to trap him in the kinetic field, but he has the magic immunity. Pops the BKB, won't be dragged back. Top lane as well, being forced in by Arbet's illusions. They'll find the range racks as well from the middle lane. SCCC trying to get the touches in onto Arbet, but he's just so damn slippery. Jumping away with the doppelganger. Fnatic will get what they came for.
They used absolutely everything though. Aegis, Cheese, Refresher, all 3 exorcisms. But they do get the Raxes.
If SCCC can get that BKB, that's going to be the point where he can sit there, right-click them, and not give a single hoot.
Very important, just the defensive plays coming out there too. Being able to get SCCC out of the midst of that action. I think the Force Staff came out from Mugi to just position himself further away from that Fnatic force, because I think the epicenter actually didn't really connect because of that Force Staff.
And the thing is as well for Fnatic, they can't keep their cool, you know, they've got to keep their cool here. Because
they've got a 40k lead on.
There's going to be a bit deja vu, but it's Fnatic.
It is deja vu.
They've been in these situations before, and they have lost the game. So there's got to be a bit of them inside that's like, guys, I know we're far ahead, but we just don't screw up, boys.
Yeah. They're getting, I mean, so many items coming out now, though. Envy's got a sheep stick too. I think the BKB was finished on DJ.
Radiant's middle tower.
But it has been done. 40k, I think, might be, you know, what we saw against Na'Vi. It was, what, around the 30k mark?
It's around the 30k.
40k, as you say, might sort of be reaching new heights where even at this amount, it's impossible.
Yeah, what's the win percent? What's the win percent? Let's see. Ooh.
I mean, it has a little bit of a wobble there. I think that there is that 1%. And that 1% has certainly hit hard against Fnatic before in the past. But this game, surely this game, they've got it in the bag. As you said, they're so far ahead. SCCC, he is really doing his best.
He's got the BKB though, so he is very durable as long as they can keep him alive, of course. They have to pretty much use everything to protect this Dusa. The Glimmers, Force Staffs.
Yeah.
Well, Fnatic now, waiting for all their cooldowns to come back up. They've got First Exorcism, Refresher's almost back up too. They're playing it cool, getting themselves all these next big items.
And they haven't been megaed quite yet. They do still have that top Brax.
And they could defend versus megas anyway. It's just all about protecting the Dusa.
I mean, Fnatic, if they do want, they can play it super safe. Wait until the next rush.
I think that might be what they're going to do. Just keep farming up, get all these big levels coming out. I mean, even Pi. Look, Pi Lai Dai. Almost level 25 on the Warlock.
60% XP.
Those golems are pretty scary.
Certainly doing work. And as you say, surely with the amount of hexes that they're going to have into play, that someone somewhere's going to catch out SCC in the middle of the fights.
There's still a glyph on cooldown for 1:42, so if Fnatic do have a timing for that, they could look to just claim the Raxes, but that is a little bit risky. Like you said, full safe play, wait for that Rosh.
Yeah. BKB.
BKB, yep.
Something else for him to pop before he jumps into the fight. Switches in his other items. Pi, pretty much with the money for that scythe, as I mean, I was going to say Fnatic, I guess they don't need to worry too much about keeping buyback gold, but I guess at the same time, if they lose a fight and the Medusa's alive, even though they have tier 1s and tier 2s, that Medusa's going to push very, very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, they're almost, the big cores are pretty much 6-slotted now, too.
Yeah, sure, yeah,
one more
they
item.
can't afford
Universe
to save money.
only has like the AC that he can pick up too, so
yeah,
saving money is fine for them right now.
There's Pi picking up that completed hex, so the 2 hexes out.
We said yesterday, we're like, damn, Pi might be the most farmed he's ever been in his entire life on this Visage, but now...
He's living the big life.
He really is.
I like die. Making big bank in these recent games. And of course, this Newbee, no intentions of leaving the base, just a waiting game. They'll wait for Fnatic to come. So we've got another bit of a journey. They do have the wards out here, Fnatic.
They do,
so they've got to be quick with the shopping. They've got to be quick.
See the point booster.
Get it out of there.
Oh, he kills in one hit.
Whose point booster was that? Oh, it was KP. KP would have had the full Aghanims. He had the money for it. So
that's actually a pretty big item that they can get in this game.
Especially with BKBs being picked up by Arbed and such.
Yeah.
And that would have been quite the action. But at the same time, how long are we seeing until Roshan's back?
8 seconds. It's a very quick respawn.
So they will be able to get that and push before that Aghanims is on the puck. So yeah, that little courier pickoff could end up being just that extra little bit that the Newbee would have needed to hold themselves into a game where they are 45,000 behind. 45k gold lead. I mean, only in a game where there's a 45k gold lead. You know, it's going to be Fnatic in the game where you're not saying the game is absolutely over. Sure, the game is, it looks like it's over. But there's that 1%.
It's also because they're versus Dusa, so come on, don't just at least tell me.
But I mean, there's that 2%.
Oh, it's 2% now. It's doubled.
It's doubled.
So another refresher. And they also had an arcane rune, I believe, when Envy popped the exorcism, so he'll have that available. He's gonna probably just pop the refresher anyway and just make.
I mean, yeah, he's got what, triple ghost anyway?
Double. Yeah.
Double left, yeah.
Yeah, because this was about to end.
Yeah. Here we go. Fnatic, they are ready to try and break the space now, as they're coming up to a 50,000 gold lead. Can Newbee really hold against this? I mean, this is Newbee playing on like super hard mode.
Ghost committed.
BKB pops from Envy, tries to close the gap, looks for SCCC, pops the BKB out himself, roars there from Universe. Clears through those creeps very quickly.
So much damage.
Looking to go in for the second round. Envy up towards the top.
The final ghosts.
They're going to jump forward. Linkers helping out SDCC for now. Did you get the static storm down onto Arbet? DJ coming forward. He's looking to close the gap onto SDCC and he'll find it. The Asperger comes through. Nullified down onto SDCC. Kelly offering as well. Can they get the Medusa out of there? He's been hexed. SDCC in trouble. Getting surrounded. Can they save Medusa? They force it back. SDCC.
100 HP.
Still alive, but it'll finally fall. Arbet gets the kill. They brought him down. Arbet picks up the rapier and Fnatic. They're ready to try and close this up with a 64,000 gold lead.
64,000. Oh my god.
Somehow, the game is not over yet. As with the buybacks, they're backing, but of course, SDCC, he's lost the rapier. I mean, as somehow they've not been mega creeped.
The melee Rex 40 HP. But I mean, they lost the rapier.
I mean,
they're
lost.
massive.
Surely.
Yeah, I mean, it's more than likely.
Let's see, Hex comes out, Burrow strikes there on top of SDCC, they'll go for the start, trying to hold them back, but the double kill there from Arbet buys him some time, finds another fire onto SDCC, SDCC being focused, gets the BKB out, will be able to get himself back to base. Arbet changes target, looks towards Mugi, Mugi gets a lot of damage out onto Arbet, not enough to bring him down.
Envy gets the final rack, so Megas are there. 64k gold lead. I don't think I've ever seen a number that large, actually.
No, absolutely not. Something about this game that no matter how far ahead Fnatic can get, it still takes them a lot of effort to close the game up. The game's still going. It's not over. Even though it is over.
I'll take your tribute.
I mean, the serious plan now for Newbee, they've got to farm SCCC, another rapier. I mean,
the waves are all going to push in constantly, right? So
yeah. How much money has SCCC got?
2,600.
2,600.
He bought himself a small crit right after he died and got back. I love how I just love seeing that, the gold swing though. Like as soon as you lose your rapier, it's just like 15,000 gold swing instantly.
Oh, it's a full blood fall on Arbet. I mean, as we see, they have been able to get on top of SDCC. All they got to do is that once more. Now it's just 0% now.
0%.
This is where, you know, the GM at Valve, whoever's doing, you know, watching these games live and manually putting in the probabilities.
And DJ gets
he says, "Oh, this game's over, boys."
DJ gets that demon edge that was on the courier there. Uses some chat wheel taunts. Envy just pops the exorcism. He's just running into the base. There's no glyph available. They even use the offensive glyph again from Fnatic.
Is 64k gold lead enough to allow Fnatic to close this game? The silence down onto 2, SCCC.
The roar.
They roared, they closed the gap, they found the first Hex. Linkers is there to protect him once, but DJ's in with the burrow strike, Epi. SCCC in a lot of trouble, the Hex comes through with the falls back. They're trying to get him back to base, Kelly offer comes out, can they kill they can? SCCC will fall. GG is finally called at a 70k gold lead for Fnatic. They will do it.
Arbet gets an ultra, almost gets the rampage at the end there, but cool, calm and collected coming out from Fnatic in this game.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, they always give us some crazy games. This was one in a bit of a different sense. As you say, I don't remember ever